Hey, what's up everyone? The Mushroom Guy here. Today we have another update to the Halo Infinite shop, so we're going to be seeing whether you should be saving or spending your credits this week. First up this week is the Synthetic Dawn bundle, which includes a stance, shoulder pads, armor coating, and armor effect. I really don't like any of the customization on the Chimera core. It has only 3 helmets, and the only part of it that I think looks nice is the built-in abs. Other than that, it kind of just looks like a mix of Halo 5 and random sci-fi cybernetic armor combined, which is not really an aesthetic I like. I mean, it has one chest plate. Like, there's basically no customization with this core. Anyways, back to the bundle. You get this Noob Cube stance, which looks pretty nice. It's definitely a goofier stance, but nonetheless looks good. These shoulder pads aren't bad. They are basically the same shape as the default ones, other than, of course, the addition of the knife on the left shoulder. You also get the flayed nerve coating, which I find to be quite ugly, but I suppose it doesn't look super bland, so that's good. And lastly, you get the Synthetic Dawn armor effect, which honestly looks pretty good. It's similar to the neon screen armor effect, except of course the color, as well as the shape's a little bit different. It's also nice that it's kind of moving back and forth, almost like it's scanning for something. For 1,200 credits, I don't think the bundle is worth it, mainly due to the fact that me personally, I never use the Chimera core. But if you are in the minority that does like it, maybe it's worth it for you to pick it up. Next up, we have the Mirage Epsilon Spring Bundle, which gives you this forest coating for the Mirage core, Hydra, Bandit, and Bulldog. Now, this is a really weird setup for a bundle. You're getting a coating for just one core, which in the current state of the shop is nice to see. Smaller bundles, so you can purchase only really what you're going to use. But they also include weapon coatings, and of them, the Bandit, which definitely makes sense, but then the Hydra and Bulldog. Because they've added it as a spawn weapon in Big Team Battle, you are using the Bandit quite often, but both the Bulldog and Hydra are not so common in comparison, which makes the bundle not as valuable. Definitely a weird selection of items as well. I will say the Epsilon Spring coating does look great on the weapons as well as the Mirage core, but for 600 credits, I don't know if this is a great bang for your buck deal in terms of content. I like the coating, but I would maybe wait to see it in a other lower priced bundle in the future. Next up is a similar bundle, Brush Tread Disruptive, which by the description given, it's supposed to be a ODST coating. You'll get this bundle for the price of 800 credits, which it is a nice coating, but it is fairly basic and would pass for some similar fully black coatings in, for example, the Mark V core. But for the other cores where black isn't present as a color, it would make a nice addition. For 800 credits, it definitely is on the pricier side for just being a coating, but I really don't see it as a terrible deal. Next up, we have a sale on a previously available bundle, being Cat Lovers. You get this pink coating for the Mark VII core, the cat ears attachment, and technically speaking, 2 cat weapon charms, being a literal cat and of course Cat from Halo Reach's helmet. The coating is half decent, with the middle of the Spartan being grayish, and your arms, legs, and helmet being this darker pink color. The cat ears helmet attachment works on every single helmet on the Mark VII core, and I think it's a nice addition as an attachment. It is, of course, kind of a joke attachment, but I do think it looked good depending on the helmet you're using, and I'm sure a bunch of people are a huge fan of it. The 2 weapon charms are also nice, but I don't find them to be a point of customization that I'm particularly interested in, but for 700 credits, it's definitely not a bad deal. Lastly this week, we have what is most certainly a bad deal. The Disruptive Measurement weapon coating is on the AR, Bandit, Hydra, Bulldog, and Sidekick. And yes, it is a fairly nice looking coating on this. But for some reason, 343 decided to make the bundle cost 1,200 credits. Not only are you getting the coating for only 5 out of the 9 available weapons for coatings, but you are getting literally just 1 coating. As a comparison, This is 200 credits more expensive than the Hazot bundle, which gives you an armor coating, helmet attachment, visor, chest plate, shoulders, knee pads, and a stance. I don't know what they were thinking putting this bundle into the store. If it was at a fair price, honestly, I'd love it. It does look great, but the pricing on this is ridiculous. Overall, I'm going to give this week's shop a 4 out of 10. It has some good items, but they are overshadowed by the bad. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.